last night.
Yeah, a little bit of a...
Music Buzz Live Radio here. My name is Moose. Thank you for tuning in. We are live on World Viral TV with Kevin Shipley of Music Munch.
Yay!
In the studio here in the basement at Herman's Hideaway. So, Kevin, how are you tonight?
I am doing fine. I dressed for radio.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And it's good because we got multiple cameras on you right now. So
Yeah. So they can see my tuxedo and
see,
freshly shaved
you
head.
can see it too.
Oh my God! I thought that was somebody else.
There you go. So, Music Munch, we're doing a showcase here at Herman's Hideaway, July 23rd. Walk me through the artists that you've selected for the evening.
Okay. To open it up, we have two girls with guitars. They are an incredible sister duo, and they write songs. They're 12 and 15 years old, believe it or not, but don't let that fool you. They write songs that are way beyond their years, like a lot of artists, right? They write songs that each listener can interpret into their own life, right?
Definitely.
And they're multi-instrumentalists, and so they're going to be opening up the show.
Okay.
Great musicians.
They're sisters, so their voices complement one another.
Yeah, they got that sister
and their
harmony
pitch
thing.
is perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So they're on first, and then Adrian O is on after that. And Adrian is pop rock, a little bit of 80s influence.
Mm-hmm.
She always kind of masters the stage, but they're a great trio. Really, really great musicians.
Definitely.
After that, we have Hornbuckle, the reunited Hornbuckle brothers, Michael and Brian. And these guys have played Red Rocks, Pepsi Center, what used to be called Fiddler's Green.
I think it actually is Fiddler's Green again now.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's no more...
Comfort Dental jumped out. They fell off board.
I didn't go because I felt like I was going to go to the dentist when I was there.
I know, right?
Right.
Maybe that's why they obviously weren't getting their money's worth on the sponsorship. But yeah, Comfort Dental's out. Fiddler's Green is back.
Okay.
Pay no attention to the fluoride feeling.
Yeah.
So anyway, Hornbuckle's going to be here. They've been getting a ton of great reviews on their Virtue and Vice CD, and are getting ready to launch on tour on the Virtue and Vice tour, oddly enough. And so they're going to be here. They are just an incredible story. And then we have a band out of Boulder that has done a great job around the country, and they're called Rockton Grove. And they're about 7 20-somethings. I've kind of dubbed them newgrass funk rock.
Okay.
So they're kind of like a cross between the Grateful Dead meets String Cheese Incident, you know.
All right.
So they're just kind of, but it's
pretty Colorado appropriate.
Yeah. And well,
definitely Boulder appropriate.
And the thing, yeah, for sure. And the thing is, these are not genres that you would necessarily put together, but that's the point, right? Music lovers are music lovers, right? And we want these guys to complement each other and all their fans to get exposed to the other bands and really develop a relationship.
Well, and I think they will. They're not the same genre, but they're not polar opposites by any means either. So it's music that can all kind of flow together.
Yeah.
So it should make for a good evening.
Cool.
And let's talk a little bit more about Music Munch and about you. As the manager of these artists, how did Music Munch come to be? And I typically stay away from names, but why Music Munch?
I have no idea. That was.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Harrison.
That's right. That was Harrison.
He started it. He's a musician, passionate about it. Young guy, has a lot of ambition and a lot of opportunity in the for-profit business world. So he had actually approached my daughter, who's in arts and music business, if I would be interested in joining him. And so last September, I guess, is when I joined him as a partner. And then earlier this year, he decided to seek his fame and fortune in the petroleum industry. And so he headed off that way. Imagine that. He didn't think music was going to make him $1 million.
Gas music.
Gas music, yeah. And so then I took over and started reshaping it into a real full-service agency for musicians, mostly emerging unsigned artists.
Okay. And some of the artists that you're working with, Adrian, obviously, Hornbuckle, why are you choosing these guys? What stands out to you about them, or what is it that you're looking for when you're looking to sign someone?
Yeah.
Adrian's hot. And she's a badass.
My wife's here. You want to not go that way, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you don't think she's hot?
So in no particular order, they have to be great musicians, for one, right? They really have to know their craft. Number two, they have to have great vocals, right? You have to have great vocals that really have a distinct sound. They have to be smart. They have to appreciate what other people are doing for them to advance their career. Because I'm not on the glamour side, and if you saw me, you would know why I'm not on the glamour side. I don't have the hair.
Oh, come on now.
I do not have
Come
the
on
hair
now.
to be a lead guitar player.
I can see
Come
you,
on.
and you look like you're on the glamour side.
Yeah, that's my name. Normally,
Got
I'm
the shiny bick to the head.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I got that same kind of glamour going on myself, actually.
nice. I like it.
It's good stuff.
I like it. So, that the other thing is they got to be people. Well, they got to be in a genre that I work in.
Okay.
Because there's some bands that come to me, and I don't really work with those venues, so I really wouldn't do them any good. And it's got to be a reciprocal relationship, right,
Yeah,
for me. And then they have to be people I like, which sounds odd, but I'm old, so I get my choice. So I want to work with people that I genuinely like and really want to support, and it doesn't hurt if they have some sort of backstory,
Okay.
So I like to get emotionally involved with these bands and really work hard for them.
Well, Hornbuckle definitely has a backstory, going through Michael's problems with drugs and getting sober and maintaining music through it all. I'm really excited to put this feature out in the July Music Buzz magazine about those guys, because I think it's going to really inspire a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll get the chance to see them live down here at Herman's on the 23rd, and it's gonna. I think it's going to be a really, really inspirational experience for not just for them, but for anybody else that might be dealing with some kind of a similar situation or has in the past. Anyways,
Well,
So who else on the bill? Adrian O. Hornbuckle.
two girls,
Two girls.
and Rockton Grove.
Okay.
Out of
Rockton
Boulder.
Grove.
Yeah.
I think Rockton's the only one. Well, I don't know that Hornbuckle's played here before. Maybe they have with other outfits.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, maybe in their past life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing about that I really like about the musicians I work with, I work with Jason V. Hill, and I work with Kenny Lee Young as well.
Well, we've got him coming up. He's doing his birthday party here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And that these guys are able to craft a song, and it's like any form of art, right? You're inspired to write it or paint it or create it based on your experiences, but you've left it open enough that the listener or the viewer can insert their own life experience into that piece or into that music, so it affects them emotionally, right?
Okay.
And it's that, to me, that's a very, very difficult thing to do, is to write a song. Two girls, for example. Okay, what do I have in common with a 15-year-old girl? I would hope not much. However, they are able to write a song about some high school experience that it's so open to interpretation that I can apply some time in my life that I had this emotion, this feeling, or whatever, right? And it's like a painting that you look at, and you look at the painting and go, wow, that brings me back to something when I was growing up, right? And I really like these artists. I think they do a great job at their craft.
Okay, so you look for people that touch you in a certain way, emotionally.
Be careful saying that, Tim, please.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
you say the
you
word
know,
touch.
Hey,
I
your
mean-
wife's over here, man. Be careful.
Yeah. And I don't want him touching me. So.
But he seriously has a pretty good
Tickle the
roster.
emotions, maybe. Yeah, solid roster.
Like,
solid
really,
roster.
really good artists.
Where's a list of everybody? Do you have
you can go to musicmunch.com
Okay.
or on Facebook, Music Munch on Stage.
Okay.
And you'll see a whole list. I've got a straight ahead jazz trio that I've got booked in all over the mountains this summer. I've got a vintage gypsy jazz band as well. Got a wide 90s killer 90s cover band. And just a lot of different things that fit. So.
Okay, and when we were on the break before the interview, we were back in the dressing room getting powdered up, and you were talking about some gigs going on in Aspen this summer. Let's hear about that.
Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and it just so happened a fella up there had I know somebody up there And he's played the music scene up there for about 9 years. And I asked him, hey, if I'm trying to get connected up there, who do I need to talk to? And he gave me a list of names. I contacted one person in particular that came back and said, hey, I really like Lost Caravan, which is another band I work with, and said, what do you think about this date or this date or this date? And we finally were able to land on a couple of back-to-back dates up there at the venue called Chair 9, which is a new venue inside Little Nell's luxury hotel.
Okay.
So we booked, had great shows. Everybody, audience loved it. It was killer. Well, it turns out that this fella is the national booking agent for Belly Up.
For all of their locations? Or just
I don't know if
just
I don't know if he's just Aspen or the whole thing. But anyway, he liked what he heard. We worked together really well. He came back to me and said, "Hey, I got some summer dates. What do you think?" And he had different opportunities. He had some Sunday 3-hour brunch thing that's a specialty jazz brunch. So I have 2 bands that are jazz people that are playing probably 8 dates themselves across Aspen on Sundays up this summer.
Okay.
And then this other venue becomes outdoors during the summer, and that's at the base of Ajax Mountain across from Ajax Tavern. It's an outdoor gig, really nice, a lot of people. And so I've got 5 bands playing across 20 different dates in Aspen this year.
And Dead End Drivers are doing some of those.
Dead End Drivers are up there
we were just listening to.
on July 5th and 6th.
Okay.
So that's going to be an awesome one with a great weekend up there.
All right. What else is coming up this summer for the Music Munch gang?
For the Music Munch gang. Well, let's see. Adrian O has a great EP release party coming up this Saturday at Walnut Room. And her EP is called Lines, and it's really killer. So that'll be a great show. She's playing with Sarah and the Meanies.
Okay.
And
who?
then Sarah and the Meanies.
Sarah and the Meanies?
Yeah, as opposed to Sarah and the nice people.
Niceys.
Yeah, the niceys.
I met Sarah for the first time last night in person. Actually.
Different Sarah, but was Sarah?
Sarah Angela was there.
Oh, was she there?
Yeah, she was there.
I didn't even see her. Okay. Anyway, a lot of the bands I've met actually through my daughter, who does these big events in Denver every other month at City Hall Event Center.
Okay.
And so they come through there. So, but Kenny and Jason are playing all over the place.
Yeah, Kenny's up in Aspen right now, isn't he?
Yes. Yeah, he played back to back. He played yesterday afternoon and this afternoon.
Okay.
And he's got a couple of those gigs up there. I got another band called Mezzo Mestizo out of Boulder that is an acoustic trio. That's another one of those brothers that have great harmonies, right? So they're playing. Their mainstay gig is at the Hotel St. Julian up in Boulder. So if I feel like being classy, I go up to the Hotel St. Julian. How
often does that happen?
Not often. And let's see, these guys are playing all over. Rockton Grove is playing this gig, and then they've got some time off because they're finishing another CD.
Okay.
But they wanted to play here. They wanted to be part of the showcase, and here they are. They bring a great crowd, very energetic crowd engaging, so they'll be great. And like I said, Michael and the Hornbuckle Gang, we're booking a tour getting out of state here pretty soon.
Right on. Lots going on in the Music Munch camp. Again, you can catch 4 other artists this Wednesday, next month, July 23rd, down here at Herman's Hideaway. We've got tickets for sale for $5 up at hermanshideaway.com. Right now, you can go get it. You can also go to musicmunch.com for more information on the bands. Live right here. We're showing a very picturesque backdrop of the Music Munch website.
Will you look at that? I knew that looked familiar.
It's a nice-looking website.
Who is that little guy with the little headphones on? Oh, that must be the Munch.
That's the Munch?
What do you think?
The Munch.
I like
Munch?
Is that where the Munch comes from?
I guess. I don't know. Is that Munch? Is he kind of like a cool Pac-Man or something?
Yeah.
I've never seen him open his mouth, so I'm not sure what he does.
Well, that's what makes him cool.
You learn something every day, right?
Wow.
All right. Well, we're going to get back into some music here, but we will be back with more guests coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. Make sure you stay tuned right here on World Viral TV. My name is Moose. This is Music Buzz Live Radio. We will be back in just a few minutes.